That's right. Episode 334 of the hottest sports podcast in the universe. We're keeping the train moving here in Baltimore and beyond. Another Monday in the man cave as we continue to celebrate National Women's History Month here on the Flex Zone. The only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Another illustrious guest here in the building with us as we talk Ravens, LeBron, NCAA, and so much more. Of course, we get goofy. And as always, we bring you the hottest sports talk in all the universe. If you're watching right now, hit that like button, share it, and make sure you subscribe. Drop those comments down below. And put those shades on because we're about to take you on the ride, baby, here on the Flex Zone. The only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. That's right. More exciting than those NCAA picks. We are the Flex Zone, the only place, fellas, giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
And that's right. More packed than the grocery store line in the first of the month when everybody get those food stamps because the gang is all here. Back yet again. That's right. Yeah, I said it. Episode 334, giving you more. The only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. We are the Flex Zone back here in Baltimore and beyond. Here on another marvelous Monday. I got the gang all here back with us. See the beautiful smiling faces. And you see D down there with his old timer. I got Crevonte, I got Dre, I got Raj, I got D, and another illustrious guest as we continue to celebrate National Women's History Month here on the Flex Zone. Another fabulous show. We're talking Ravens. We're talking NCAA bracket. We're talking LeBron as he continues his chase towards trying to be the GOAT and so much more. Check that ticker down below if you're watching this video right now. Hit that like button, share it, and tell everybody how the sports podcast is on right now, not like that other show on the USA Network. Can't do the show alone. I'm not going to hold you any longer. Bad lead off. Your friendly neighborhood old timer, Cousin D, baby.
Byron, what's going on? I said I do a run in. Brittany's back on. Stay on next segment and talk about the bastard from Akron. I mean, the guy from Akron. I mean, that guy with the Lakers. I mean, the guy with the Southern California team. But anyway, enough of them acronyms. Check out Sport Network, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, 1,700 subscribers strong, and the Twitter at Sport29, right?
This next man, he'll sit through a 3-hour movie each and every day as long as it's free. It's your friendly neighborhood social media manager himself, the producer, Uncle Raj. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Uncle Raj. Yes, I sat through the Batman once again for 3 hours, but guess what? Yes. I was able to get a free ticket for another movie. I'm always lucky. You know how it goes. But I want to say this, man. Breaking news. If you haven't heard, if you're a wrestling fan, Scott Hall has passed away. Terrible day in professional wrestling. Scott Hall was one of my childhood friendly wrestlers, and it sucks that he's gone, but that's how life is, man. Gotta keep pushing though.
This next man, he is the voice of reason. He's wearing all black because somebody's getting buried at that goofy funeral. It's the voice of reason, Crevonte, baby.
Hey man, I knew for damn sure you wasn't talking about me. Damn 3-hour movie, y'all wow for that. But Monday nights, y'all already know what it is, fellas. I'm ready to get started, and we have a very special guest on this evening. I can't wait. Come on, let's go.
That's right, Lamar. We are America's Most Wanted Podcast. I'm the host of the Moist, God's favorite host. And make sure you throw your ones up. And make sure you acknowledge us. We're the Hit of Sports Podcast table. GD, I see you. What's going on, my brother? Yes, RP to Scott Hall. This next man needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's rocking the braids like old dog. He is a straw that stirs a drink. He is a flex on my side, a super producer himself. You can start your day with a cup of Dre each and every day. And he is a pride of the East Side. The bad guy here on the flex zone. RP Scott Hall. Drizzy Dre, what's up, my brother?
As always, brother, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Rest in peace to Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. I mean, a true legend and pioneer in the wrestling business. He'll forever be missed.
Well, Dre, we have a very, very special guest. It's somebody that's family to you. So let the people know. She's a Flex Zone original. Let the people know who's in the building tonight celebrating Women's History Month. We're honored to have her here tonight.
All right. Again, she is a Flex Zone original. And she is, most importantly, she's my god sister. So she is family, not only to the Flex Zone, but to myself. Let me introduce you to Brittiney Diggs.
Let's bring on in. Give it up for everybody. Drop those clap hands. Back in the building.
Right.
I see much hasn't changed.
Well, you know, Brittany, you know.
The more things change, they stay the same. Brittany, we appreciate you tapping in and excited to have you here tonight.
Thanks
How you
for
been?
having me. Busy. But I'm grateful for the opportunities to come back on the Flex Zone. I see a lot, like you said, a lot has changed, but a lot is the same. You all are all the same. So I look forward to doing this episode with you all tonight.
Ray, you wanna hit? We starting high and then low like Crevonte. What we doing? Because I mean, we can go. Which way you gonna go with it, Dre? I'm gonna follow your lead, brother.
Oh, you know what? Let's start off with your boy LeBron James. What's going on with him in the Lakers right now?
Well, the Lakers are pretty much a little trash. You know, I'm a LeBron James fan.
Yes.
But it's sad that you got to have a 37-year-old in his 18th season, 17th season, whatever season he in, have to drop 50 for y'all even to win a game against a team of scrubs like you. So it's just it's ridiculous. I hate to see it like that. I hate to see what's going on with Russell Westbrook. The team is just is no continuity with the team. They don't have any vibe together. It's just bad. It's just bad all around. They don't play defense. That's the problem. You giving up 100 points in the third, and you not even into the fourth quarter. It's just hard to watch. And you can't even blame LeBron. It's hard to point blame anyway on that team. What you about to say? What are you about to say?
Blame him. This is his fault.
Because
this is his fault.
Did
Rob
he tell you
Lakers'
that?
fault.
Did he tell you that? Or you listened
He
to
wanted Russell Westbrook. He wanted that brick back.
So if my question is, if you own a team and you allow your player to do what they want, where's the blame lie?
It lies with all of them. The front office, the coaching staff, the guy from Akron,
he got
the
you
old man with the bad knees.
He's making the Lakers relevant again, even losing.
Oh, we're gonna be trash when he's gone, I tell you that.
Yeah. See, well, we agree on that one.
But do you think that they should have made the trade for John Wall?
What difference would it make?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And John Wall, he gonna be right there next to Anthony Davis. Nobody.
And street clothes.
Right.
Broken.
Exactly. Watching.
Anthony Street Clothes Davis. That's his middle name.
He got the nerve to say he was the plan. They would have beat Phoenix last year. Shut up.
That's the problem.
Get your whack eyebrow.
He's not playing.
So what do you think the team needs to do in order for LeBron to win another ring?
It's too many old men on that team. I don't even know where to start. Trade the whole team.
Not the whole team.
God damn, the whole team?
So it just needs a whole rebuild. And they deep into a salary cap. Like they spent so much money on these contracts. I honestly don't know where you would go or how to start. Of course, Russell Westbrook, he's just not a fit. But I don't know a team that wants Russell Westbrook. That's the problem too.
The San Jose G League affiliate.
Well, Brandon, what was you about to say, Dre?
I was going to say Westbrook. I mean, Westbrook for John Wall, that was the best you could do because both of them at that point would be on expiring contracts because they got 1 year left after that massive cap hit.
But now you don't have a squad. Everybody's hurt. Look at the lineup. Who is consistently in the lineup?
Well, I mean, honestly, like you said, most of the money is tied up in LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. So your best bet is to try to trade Anthony Davis, but I don't know what. Like you're going to need somebody massive in order to make some noise right there in the West.
True.
Well, let me say this. Now, I'm not going to go as far as saying this is the LeBron's entire fault because it's not. It's not LeBron's entire fault.
I didn't say it was his whole fault. Okay.
I know you said it was everybody's fault, but I know you like to emphasize LeBron James and being the guy that does everything for the Lakers. I don't believe that to be the case all the time. He has been balling out of control though, like the graphics just said. He got 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. That's great. He's still at the top of his game at the age of 37 years old. So congrats to the brother. But he didn't predict that Anthony Davis would be out half of the season. He didn't predict.
He should have. He
didn't.
That was on the scouting report.
He didn't predict that Russell Westbrook was going to play this bad. I mean,
he should have.
He was having a great season last year, man. He did. I mean,
last year.
Yeah. Well, shut up, D. Let me finish what I'm about to say. I'm just trying to say this. LeBron James does deserve a little bit of blame, but he doesn't deserve a whole lot of blame. He's still at the top of his game. The superstars around him have not stepped their games up. And on top of that, most of the team has not played defense this whole goddamn season. And that's not LeBron's fault. That ain't LeBron's fault. I told you yesterday, D, when we was doing March Madness. What did I tell you? I was like, I'm gonna go to the store, and when I come back, the Lakers gonna be down by 20 points. Man, when I came back, they was down by 30 against the Suns, man. Without Chris Paul. So I mean, LeBron James.
I watched that whole beatdown. I watched the whole beatdown.
Like I said before, I'm not gonna blame LeBron for this problem. He I mean, it is what it is at this point. Hopefully they make the play-in tournament. If they don't, I mean, it is what I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me. But I'm not going to solely blame LeBron James. This is a whole team trash, garbage, trash, whatever. I can't even come up with
but when you think about Rob Pelinka, ever since he's been in charge, what has he put together?
Nothing.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing. Magic did all that.
Crevonte, did you want to hop in real quick or?
I'm just saying to say that you can't see or you couldn't have seen Anthony Davis be Anthony Davis is absurd. To say that you didn't see Russell Westbrook being Russell Westbrook is absurd. So I just can't let that go. These guys are very consistent throughout their whole NBA careers of what they are and what they bring to the table. The fact that LeBron got a ring out of this is amazing enough, but the ship has sailed. It's time to. It's over. It was fun while it lasted, but it's over.
While we're still talking about LeBron, let me ask Brittany. LeBron, I think it was on a recent episode of The Shop. I want to say he said that he's always going to be a pass first person, and he's not going to really be known for scoring, even though it's projected that he's going to be the all-time leader in points scored. But it's a quiet kind of like scoring. It's been quiet the way he's been doing it. Why do you think that's been the way that it's been, as opposed to somebody who like a Jordan or Kobe who may have gotten that record instead of LeBron?
You know, they want LeBron to be who they want LeBron to be. And he's continuously told us, I'm going to make the right basketball play. I'm going to pass first. But because everybody wants to make these comparisons, that's where it gets messed up, because you think about this. Anybody that played the game of basketball or watched the game of basketball, you are thinking, I want to be like Mike. That's all players. But because they compare him so much to Michael Jordan, it's everything that he doesn't do, but they aren't even the same kind of player. They don't even play the same position for that matter. I honestly see a better comparison when you're saying, okay, let's compare Jordan and Kobe. But it's just because people acknowledge his greatness, and it seems like people are threatened by his greatness that they want to say, oh, well, Jordan did this. Let LeBron be LeBron, let Mike be Mike, let Kobe be Kobe. Let them all be great. And he said it. I'm going to score. I'm going to pass the ball. Bottom line. And he does make the right basketball decision. The thing is, people want to see Mike shimmy, push off with a 5-1 call, remember? And hit that game winner every time. And it's funny because when you see these people like Skip, and they say, but when you look at the numbers, really look at the numbers comparing last second shots with KD or last second shots with Kobe, LeBron is actually a better percentage wise. And that's not what he wants to do. So to me, you got to stop the comparisons. Like, he is who he is. He's great. MJ's great. Kobe's great. Let them be who they are. It's just crazy to me because, us, making no money, have all this to say. At the end of the day, LeBron gonna go to sleep rich. So it's Michael Jordan. Like, come on now. Like Crevonte just said, he's not flashy. He's dominant though. At 37, you see him coming through the lane. You might as well get out the way.
Do you think he's still a top 5, top 3, or the best player in the league right now?
I thought that's it's some young guys that's really, they really coming to the forefront. But I think you still can't leave him out of top 5. At 37 years old, the continuity, the numbers that he's putting up, he's still a great player. And damn, he haven't even been healthy either. But damn, looking at the rest of the team, he is the healthiest seems to be because everybody been out. So I don't know. I think you have to give him his props. Clearly, he ain't going nowhere. He said he wanted to play with his son. I want to see this happen. To me, his son is average. A little above average. He's good, but he's not.
He okay, Brittany. You right?
He's a fringe. He's a fringe second rounder.
Right. But are you gonna pick him up? You gonna pick him up to have LeBron at the end of an era of LeBron and some good players around him to possibly win a ring? Come on, everybody gonna think about that too. So, but when you think about, look at Michael Jordan kids, trash. His sons. When you great like that, you it's just hard. But
so
That's true.
real quick, Brittany, who wins the NBA championship? Do you have a prediction? Do you have a matchup you want to see in the finals? Does Brooklyn get it together with Kyrie? This whole goofy vaccination stuff. Yes, it's goofy, America. It is very goofy. What do you think is going to happen with the rest of the landscape of the league?
You think it really is, because I saw that the Nets got fined today for letting Kyrie in the locker room after the game. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm looking at these games, and 1 minute you're like, wow, they look good. Next minute they look like trash. Like, anybody at this point, anybody can come out the East, the West. Phoenix look good. I don't have no prediction. I'm not even gonna say nothing because it's just, I don't know. Golden State look good, and then they go on losing streaks. Cleveland looked okay in the East, then they went on the losing streak. So to me, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who's healthiest because a lot of injuries going on right now. Raj or D, you want to hop in real quick?
Yeah. Well, I've been saying, but the mayor of New York has been really goofy to begin with. Well, it ain't De Blasio, but it's
Eric Goofy Adams.
Eric Goofy Adams. He has the right
very
to.
goofy.
He has the right now to be like, you know what, Kyrie, if you want to play home games, we can play him. And I'm like, he wants to stick with this narrative, like, oh well, since the other guy, put in this thing, we're going to continue with that because it's going to set an example. An example of what? Come on, man. Kyrie deserves to play every game at this point. He shouldn't have to pay a fine to play a game. If I'm unvaccinated right now, I can go out there and I can go play in the Brooklyn Center or whatever. The whole thing is ridiculous. The whole
I
man
mean,
crap is
but
ridiculous.
let's be clear. I agree, but at the end of the day, I work a job too, and they told me if you don't get vaccinated, you don't work. Not to say that that's right, but shit, I can't afford to not go to work. So I went and got my little vaccination. And I've been on my way. So I mean, Kyrie. Um, I reserve my comments about Kyrie and his.
Nah, this the flex zone. They
I
know what
mean,
it
I
is.
just,
No, you can go. You say what you gotta say.
with the earth is flat, and he got a whole lot of thought processes though. And then when he said that he wasn't doing it because he didn't want to get vaccinated, he doing it for the people, huh? Like if this is something that you love to do, you can't you really bite the bullet. You do it. There's a lot of players who didn't want to do it that they did it, but it's a team sport. If you was playing golf and you decided that I'm not getting vaccinated, I don't want to play, I can't play at this certain place, that's fine because you're playing golf. It's about you. So I mean, the goofy part to me is that he's in the state. I mean, in the arena, watching them play without a mask on, and then get fined. That don't make sense. He can sit in the crowd without a mask and not be vaccinated, then he should be able to play at home. I mean, that's the part that doesn't make sense.
The whole thing baffles me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Crevonte.
I'll make my public statement announcement here.
Go ahead.
Please get vaccinated. Please get out there, protect the people. Do not be slobbering, doing all that stuff. But I agree with Brittany on this one.
For
He
once, we
is
agree.
annoying. He is annoying. I'm talking about Kyrie.
Yeah.
He won everything his way. He's annoying. Get yourself together. This team has a chance to win the NBA title. Ben Simmons, bad enough. They got his silly behind. You need to get on the same page so my man Kevin Durant can eat some meals and win a title, man. Needs to eat some meals and win a title, okay? And with that being said, it is goofy. I do agree with Dunk in that sense. The man got a mask off, watching him play. He should be on the court playing, man. Just let the man play. Let him play at this point, man. I mean, I don't know what the New York man all them is screwing over about, but Kyrie is goofy as well. So it's no baby face in this situation. It's a heel program going on in Brooklyn.
And you know what, D? He's a brother. Brother. What are you doing, man?
So it's Kanye West. Tell me that shit right.
Oh no.
No. Kanye West is Kanye West. We don't.
He's a brother. He's a brother.
He's a goofy brother too.
He's a very goofy brother.
He went to the sunken place.
He'll be found. He'll be found one day.
Kanye ain't getting found out that sunken place.
Oh no, it's a sunken place right in Kim's bed with Petey.
Oh.
Crevonte, go ahead, hop in there, brother. I know your Wi-Fi was acting goofy. Speaking of goofy, much like the man in New York who's also a brother.
So I'm cool and I'm fine with Kyrie's stance on the vaccine, but like Brittany said, his reasoning was quite goofy. For like, you're not doing that for me. You ain't doing nothing for me, baby. And so it's cool. I would have been fine with him just saying, "Yo, I'm not taking it because I don't want to." You have your right to. Everybody has their rights. Everybody grows. Right. I know folks to this day who have not been tested or taken the vaccine. None of it. And they do that because that's what they feel. For whatever reason, I don't think the reason is what matters. It's just that when you try to justify it with goofiness. And so I was just saying that I agree with Brittany in that sense. But it's like, bro, do you want to how bad do you want to win? How bad do you want to play basketball? And I think that's what's really separating the locker room at this point. Maybe New York is going to lift the mandate and they could go back to hooping 100% of the time. But until New York makes their mind up, we're going to be in this weird gray area with Kyrie, which is weird enough because it's Kyrie alone, but y'all know.
Well, let's switch gears, Brittany. We got to get your thoughts on your Baltimore Ravens. Um, Tough season, a lot of injuries. Uh, I guess overall the state of the Ravens is free agency started today. Of course, nobody's here spending money. See everybody else spending money in division. Quarterback needs a contract. A lot of holes on this team. What are your thoughts?
You know, starting with Lamar Jackson, it's not the Baltimore Ravens. It's Lamar Jackson has not made any leeway in discussing a contract. So I'm thinking, is he betting on himself this season? I mean, Joe bet on himself and he said, watch this, and won the Super Bowl, got all our money and did nothing else after that. But he bet
According
on,
to sources, Lamar is curving the Ravens. He's not responding.
but Lamar don't have any representation. I think it's him and his mother.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
That's correct.
Mama said don't pick up the phone, and you know you
right.
ain't picking up the phone.
So,
She said.
so it comes off as if he's betting on himself. They picked up his 5th-year option. He's going to improve, but you have to bet on the leadership of this team to get the things you need to bet on yourself. Offensive line, there's holes in the offensive line. Oh my gosh, cornerback. Nobody back there. You got all these people coming off an injury. You got Dobbins coming off an injury. How are they going to return? Who are we going to pick up? It doesn't seem like we're in any rush to pick up anybody. We have no edge rushes. We not sacking. I'm just hoping that this new defensive coordinator comes up with something, a better scheme than what we're running to get them going. They say he's a young defensive mind. Let's see what he does in Baltimore. I can't bet against us though, because everything I hear about Baltimore and the atmosphere in Baltimore, for people who play from Baltimore, you really don't hear too many bad things about the organization and what they do for their players. So I'm hoping DeCosta can get some good draft picks. I was hopeful last year. I was a little nervous when we kept winning them games by the skin of our teeth. But I was like, we can keep it going. But then once Lamar got hurt, that's the scary thing with him. It's just a little rocky. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a little rocky, but you can bet that the Ravens will be productive. Because even after everything that we went through last year, we lost all those games at the end. I thought we was gonna be. I mean, we was trash at the end, but looking at what we had, we was competitive in all those games for the most part. So the Ravens. I don't know. I don't believe in Cincinnati. I believe that Cincinnati, won by luck. It was that was the way the wind blew, and they made it. Kudos to them, but I don't see them being any. Pittsburgh just signed Trubisky.
Look, we like that. We like that.
Right, and
Yeah,
Cleveland.
we love that.
Right, and Cleveland is Cleveland. So
Baker Mayfield might be gone soon. So
if we can just fill some holes along the offensive line, get some DBs, maybe some edge, sign somebody. I mean, let me tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't pay attention to college until they start getting into combine and draft stock, and then I'm paying attention to players. So I'm just hoping we can do the right thing. Bottom line, I believe we can, because I just believe in Baltimore and the Ravens and our leadership. So let them prove me right.
What do you think about Hollywood Brown? Well, Marquise Brown, rather.
no, Dundalk Brown.
The name is right, Hollywood. He's a diva. You dropping balls and you mad balls ain't coming to you. Make it make sense. You like, I want the ball with the ball. He throw you the ball. You get hit. You avoid every hit. You catch the ball, run 15 yards backwards in a circle so you don't get hit. He throw an out route to you. You catch it and you don't hold it for a first down because they hit you and you drop the ball. Come on. I can't take him seriously. I want to believe that he can get better, but I still don't believe he's the number one receiver. He's just Hollywood. He really is, and he hasn't really proven himself. Yes, he does. He catches some balls, but he's one of those people that he'll get going one game and you like, okay, good job. Next game, he dropped 15 balls. Like, come on. And then it's like, to me, practice your craft. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. We don't need to hear from you all the time. Like, oh.
Well, Brittany, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I just want you to see this trend. Some of the opponents the Ravens have this season, I looked at it earlier. I was listening to some things. Of course, you got the divisional games, but you got the Bills, you got the Panthers. I think Deshaun Watson will be there. You got the Broncos. We know Mr. Wilson will be there. Tom Brady's back. Of course, you got to go to New England. You got the Jaguars. Of course, like I said, the divisional games. You got the Falcons in there. It's a lot of good quarterbacks you're playing yet again, and the AFC just got a lot tougher as well.
It did, but if you think back to not this year, but the year before that, all those teams that they picked out just bet against us. Because it seems to be when people want our bandwagon, here we go. I'm like, we drinking the Kool-Aid. Just play the games, because when Lamar, especially that MVP season, even he came out and we beat a lot of good quarterbacks. We beat the Rams that year. We beat the Bills that year. We beat a lot of teams that year. We beat Tom Brady in New England. We beat a lot of teams. And this was, when Lamar wasn't even throwing as good as he was throwing. So and think about this, the defense really wasn't that good. They were okay. So if we can just get the defense middle of the pack and the offense can be the offense that we've seen them be, I think we'll be okay.
Well,
go ahead, Ryan.
Oh well, I was going to say, I talk about the Ravens a lot. I don't think Lamar's contract has nothing to do with the lack of urgency for the Ravens front office. They can move a lot of contracts around. They can touch Marlon Humphrey's contract. They can touch Ronnie Stanley's contract if they need to. It's just they got to put forth a little bit more effort, man, if they want to become like the Rams or the Chargers right now, or whoever else is making some moves. I'm not saying they got to go out there and get the top tier guys. I'm just saying they need to be a little bit more urgent with their team. We have a ton of free agents right now that are pretty much sitting in place. I'm not sure what DeCosta is doing or what he's thinking about, but I mean, I want to sign Lamar to a long-term deal, but if he's not ready to sign one just yet, I wouldn't force him to do it. But they definitely got to start, getting the ball rolling and start, getting some of these guys. Hopefully Zadarius Smith comes to the Ravens since he got cut by the Packers. I would love to see him back in Baltimore, and Hayden Hurst as well. I mean, he was a really good tight end for Lamar when he was here. So they got to.
Take the center. What's it? They call him the red, whatever he was playing.
Oh, Bradley Bozeman.
Yeah, I even take him because he's tough. He gonna give you that grit.
Yeah, but Bozeman's still out there. I mean, they said he has a chance of coming back. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but they just got to get the ball rolling. They got to get the ball rolling right now. Today was day one of free agency. Hopefully they
come on. We know Baltimore,
huh?
Do we really ever make splash picks?
No, we don't.
I mean, we could have been. We could have been. What are they? They're not Washington football team. And pick
the Commandos. The Commandos.
Hold on. First of all, before you say anything, you have to salute them. You got to give them a salute.
Yeah, salute.
What are
the Commando.
Oh, the Command.
Oh, yeah, because Crevante's a Washington Commanders fan. He's Commander Crevonte. So you have to call Commander Crevonte and salute him. You must do that.
No, Commando.
Commando.
You want us to do something good. You don't want us to do nothing goofy. And then they talking about us like picking up Carson Wentz. So let us they can move that means something. Because I mean, like Pittsburgh, like when I didn't even know they picked up Trubisky. I said, damn, it wasn't even breaking news. That tells you that
desperate.
Yeah, they are, and they don't want to spend no money either. So that's why I'm not worried about them either.
You know the Ravens, right player, right price, burger box is all coming to pass.
Exactly.
It's all coming to pass, man.
But yeah, the Ravens. I just want the Ravens to be more proactive. That's all. I mean, I know that they're not going to be proactive, but it would be nice if they were doing things like the Rams and all these other teams that want to try to win the Super Bowl right now. But I mean, it is what it is.
Well, you
Hopefully,
don't want to
Lamar
sell
gets
your
his
soul either,
contract
because the
done.
Rams sold their soul.
Yeah, they did. They went and got
You don't want to sell
anybody.
Hey,
That was anybody.
You
sometimes,
sell your
hey,
soul for that title, damn it.
hey, you know what the weekend says? Sometimes you gotta sacrifice.
But they've been trying for a minute. It was that move getting rid of swapping those quarterbacks that really um helped them out. Go and get Von Miller, helped them out. But even the year when they was like they were good, they're gonna win. We went to the Rams and stomped one in them.
Yeah,
So they've been trying for a few years with that mentality. It just happened to work out for them this year.
What are your thoughts on the quarterback movement? Russell Wilson and Sierra. That's right. They're a package deal. Going to Denver. And of course, Aaron Rodgers staying and Tom Brady is back. I mean, a lot of drama the past couple weeks in the NFL.
I'm hoping that Russell Wilson can be Russell Wilson in Denver, because Russell Wilson in his last years in Seattle was really an average quarterback. They had no offensive line. He got hurt, was out for a while. That spectacular Russell Wilson that we saw is when they had that Legion of Boom defense. When they had an offensive line, he running around. It's funny how we compare people, because he runs around all crazy and makes spectacular plays, but he hadn't been doing that. And we all know for the time. So he's getting older. So what they do in Denver around him to protect him, to make him be the player that he once was, is all to be seen. They have a few weapons as far as wide receivers in Denver. I hope he can do well. But it's yet to be seen to me. I mean, what did they give up to get Russell Wilson?
2 1s, their
No,
firstborn, a
Yeah,
couple
Two.
players.
yeah.
too
Yeah,
much.
but that's Denver too, because when they got Peyton Manning, they may win, but it's never long term to me. The things that they do, the decisions they make, has never. Peyton Manning, when Baltimore went in and beat Peyton Manning, then he came back, he got his Super Bowl. It's kind of like the Rams. So let's see if it can have some continuity with Russell Wilson.
Yes,
Damn,
Pay.
Brittany, I was just about to say that. That's just like LA. But LA sports, period. That's how LA roll.
Mhm. It's true. Brady, let me ask you about we've had for the past couple weeks people from the city, are Carlos and Calais. What are your thoughts about like City Poly and sports going on at City High?
I wanted to say I was so glad when I looked at the topics for the night and saw that she wrote it right. It is City Poly.
Oh
Because
God.
Poly people will say Poly
Hey, Brittany,
City.
shout out to those poly women engineers.
They
State
are.
champions, by the way.
I
State
honestly
champions, by the way.
don't. This sounds real bad, but I don't pay attention to anything other than football when it comes to
Wow,
City Poly.
City basketball was this close making the finals.
Yeah, y'all,
The
y'all
They
men.
make Comcast. It was this close.
It was the men, right?
Yep, it was the men.
Yeah.
It was this
Right.
close.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I know the women were a little.
Nah, yeah. It
But
was
I mean,
Western Poly and the women's side.
Rolanda is in there, the athletic director. I like her. She's doing some good things. Football.
She's a nice person.
We can talk about football because in the last how many years we've won? We're on a roll here when we talking about football in City Poly.
Yeah, forgive me. The historian said a couple weeks ago he had that whole
I
down.
think what has it been 8 years in a row or something like
I
that?
think something like
Yeah,
that.
it's been a
But
long
9 years
streak.
in a
I've
row.
done the last couple
Yeah.
of them, including the playoff game. So.
But
Yeah, because we
he
had a
said y'all
rebate.
kind of going streaks. He said it's always like that.
Yeah, because they wanted to keep talking about how we was losing. Because I want to say every year I was in high school we lost. Except for freshman year because we won by default because they had I don't know, you couldn't play 2 contact sports and they had a soccer player, their kicker or something crazy like that. But kudos to them. It's all in good fun. I always say City forever, but good job always to women's sports, women athletes. They're doing their thing. I think their coach is still has been the coach forever. It's Polly. It's a female.
Yeah, Coach Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Kendall, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, she gets the girls up and she gets them ready to play.
She do.
So City forever. That's all I mean. That's what I always say. Y'all lucky I'm not singing the anthem in here.
Oh,
No,
please
no,
don't.
I
no.
mean,
Don't
no.
don't do that. All y'all city folks, I tell you. If it isn't Kelly, Carlos, Brian Waters, or
Yeah,
you,
yeah. Too
a
much
couple
city.
other guys,
Never.
people I know, is
It
them
never
damn
ends.
city
You
folks.
see them. You come to a City Poly game. You see them. They in jackets that say 19 class of 1950 something.
I see
Brittany, I
them
used to,
dusty jackets. Yeah,
Brittany,
I see them
Look,
dusty.
I used to run on y'all. I used to
That's
run on
D's
y'all
era.
track field, so I know how y'all get down.
my old man still has his jacket. I'm like, come on, dog. You
It
ready.
never ends. It's really like a college feel to the rivalry between the schools. And silly me went to not a HBCU. So my high school is always going to be
Well,
not.
it's all good because Towson just recently y'all are going to the, I believe it's the NIT in basketball. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't none.
None.
But D, what is it
You
called?
just
What is it
say
called?
football and nothing else.
They wanted to beat
Yeah, Towson-
Delaware, man. They didn't beat Delaware. Okay,
But what do we call the NIT?
Not in tournament.
Right.
not invited
Not,
tournament.
not
Not
invited tournament.
The sad part is they was the #1 team all year in the
Yeah, look
conference
at
and lost
this.
the first game.
Look at this City Poly.
Yeah, see,
Thank
there
you,
you go,
Mark.
Mark.
The City Poly slander. We always say people that didn't go to City of Poly always had some hate in their blood. It's okay. It's always going to be talked about.
We don't hate y'all though at
I
all.
mean, just remember, Merville won the state title in football. So hey,
I mean, you ain't got nothing else to do. We smart. So,
here we go. Here we go.
Hey,
But
look,
we-
you go up
but we-
Mervo,
but
you
we
might
beat
leave with a
City
black
Poly
eye.
down. Remember
You
that?
might leave with
You
a black
might. You
I
just
love
might.
it.
No,
You might leave with a black eye or a couple stab wounds,
how
but
about Merville? They got some killers up there, so I don't know.
Hey, don't you talk about me and my good friend and Roger's good friend Brandon Scott Tate. Now
I was
Had to
talking
see
about
him the
Tate. I
other
was talking
night.
about some other stuff y'all got going on.
I
at
know
Merville.
you talking
yeah,
about.
the guy who
Don't need
left
to discuss
school.
that.
He
That's not a
left
part of
school to
Mervo.
commit murder.
No, we're not going to discuss that. We're not going to discuss that.
Want to be Tariq over there?
Hey, we're gonna keep it respectful for Mervo.
That's why he got
We gonna do.
expelled. We do not condone that at Mervo.
Brittany, how can the people keep up with you?
Look, I ain't got nothing. I mean, I do. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. Is Britney BRIT.TI.NEY because nobody spells my name right, not even y'all.
Hey, I spelled it right. I don't know who broke that.
But I'm on Facebook, Brittiney Diggs, and I'm on Twitter too, but I don't even remember my handle because I do not get on there. I do not tweet. I actually get on there to complain about old people shit. If my BGE, they like, I'm going there like at BGE. What are y'all doing? Shit like that. Comcast, anything happen, I go on there and complain. So, I can't remember my handle, but most of the time, most of my stuff I do. Time to time, I talk about sports, but I've been in mommy mode for some years now, and that's how I have not had the time. I'm surprised one of my children hasn't walked down these steps. I'm so happy that sounds like they sleep. But I'm glad I wasn't interrupted and I got to talk to you guys.
Man, we miss you, Brittany. Man, it's this. I miss the old days when we used to talk to you about Kobe and LeBron and all that good stuff.
The guy from Akron.
He got you a title. Come on, Raj. I mean.
No, I'm happy.
They sold out. They were singing his praises when they won that title. They
LeBron.
sacrificed. They were singing it.
Yeah,
they said he's the greatest of all
I
time.
saw his Facebook post. I said, "Oh, you coming around now that LA done got that ticket."
No. Roger came around. I stopped the conversion of my conviction.
No.
Roger.
We can bring that clip. He said his name. Brittany. He said his name.
So you don't honor that title, D?
It is
right. Yeah.
You hear that deep sigh?
Right. The LeBron hate is so real that it's like, I say grown
I don't have hate for the man. That's what y'all. I don't hate him.
I'm not gonna say you. I've seen posts on Facebook, friends of mine who post everything negative that happened with LeBron. I be thinking, you know how crazy it is for a grown man to track another grown billionaire man about minuscule shit when we can see his body of work speaks for itself. It's like, they look a little sweet, and that's nothing against any LGBT, but when it looks like come on, let it. It's okay. Like why?
I agree. The man has done a lot for a lot of inner city kids. He has done a whole lot off the court.
You don't hear about him and his wife, his children. You don't hear none of this stuff. You hear.
Man, you gotta give him that. Gotta give him that.
Hey, if you watch O'Shea Duke Jackson though, yeah. I mean,
hey,
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay to look to see what's on the menu. You don't have to order it. You don't have to order it. Okay? You don't have to order it. Remember that. Remember that, America. Wise word. You don't have to order it. You can always look to see what's on the menu. But Brittiney, we appreciate you. Give it up for Brittiney one more time.
Yeah, man, give it up. Give it up.
We'll have to bring you back and do it again.
Hey, husband, we said hello.
Right.
Thank
you,
Brittiney.
And where's yours? Because I ain't never seen yours. You hiding her. You're not hiding the world from your daughter. You hiding your daughter from the world. What was that Drake line? Just send me a picture. Just inbox me a picture because I know she here. I seen the baby shower.
I got you.
Right,
I got you.
Is she 5? It's
Don't age me, girl. Don't age me.
Well, how old is she?
She 2 and thriving. Right, I got you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know you was right behind me because I'm done.
Word.
Y'all gotta catch up.
You sure about that?
Catch up.
Yeah, catch up. All y'all. You know I got some words for you, Andre.
Yeah, we'll talk though.
Right.
That's right, Britty. Some things never change. That's right. Put a boot to his ass. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. God, looking at this Lakers score. Oh my God. Now 24.
Oh man, thanks again, Britney. Give it up for Britney, everybody. Oh man, drop those clap hands emojis in the chat. Appreciate you. Another illustrious guest here celebrating Women's history, but Britney, we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully before football season, get your predictions after the draft and free agency. See how the Ravens did.
And let us pray that the Ravens make some moves.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we're praying to the coupon book they use. Thank you.
The burger bus coming.
All right, Britney. Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Right now.
Once again, give it up for Britney one more time here on the Flex Zone. Back again. And speaking of back again.
Oh, God, no.
Night, but we're going to do it again because, Raj, get your glasses, baby, because we're going to break out those Final Four predictions because Crevonte.
You talking about that old bastard Tom Brady.
Nah, we talked. We know Brady.
No, we covered that last night.
We know Brady's back, D, and your nightmare is still your reality. Now, I didn't get Dre. I didn't get Crevonte's thoughts on the tournament, and it'd only be right if we get the brothers' thoughts. And I don't think they need glasses to see the bracket, but I'm gonna do it anyway, damn it, because we're gonna put this bracket up, and I'm gonna get their thoughts, and I'm gonna hear what Crevonte said, who he's betting on, and of course, we know Dre's picking Duke, but who does Duke go against is going to be the question. Because I think Dre, we both agree. I'm not believing in Gonzaga quite yet, like everybody else, but we'll talk about that and so much more. Let's get this bracket up, and I'm gonna break it a little bit bigger, but. Dre, I'll start with you, brother. I mean, looking at the field, a lot to talk about, but what are your thoughts on the tournament? And who do you see in the Final Four and who's the national champion? Is that better, Raj? Is that better for you, brother?
So
I know y'all got them old eyes, baby.
So, I mean, that's that Mr. McGoogle right there. You got on a little bit, but no. We appreciate y'all for having the bracket on. Appreciate y'all last night for the prediction show that you guys did. Excellent job, gentlemen. This honestly, I always say that there are 2 times of the year that are the best in sports. It's March to April and September through October, because you basically have everything. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And I think that this is one of the best times of the year because you have the NBA playoffs coming up. You've got NFL free agency. You've got Major League Baseball about to start up. But I mean, most importantly, it's the most unpredictable time with March Madness right now. So I mean, you honestly, you may have favorites like Gonzaga or Kansas, and they may get eliminated in the Sweet 16. So you honestly, it's hard to always pick and. it's so rare for somebody to have a perfect bracket. But I just I just loved this time of the year. Honestly, I mean all the games are just great games. I mean if I have to give you my final four, of course yes, I have Duke in my final four. I have Baylor in there, Kansas, and I got Michigan as well. I think when you could there are two teams that you can
Michigan.
two teams that you can always like. Well, maybe three. I never really count out Michigan, Michigan State, or North Carolina, even though being a Duke person, they're just teams that you just never know. They're kind of like dark horse teams. Even if they have a bad season, they can still those teams just always seem to make some type of run. But my final four prediction would have been Duke, Baylor, Kansas, and Michigan. And I would love to see Duke go out and get a ring for, get a championship for Coach K because the man deserves it. I mean, everything that he's done for the game of basketball, both professionally and collegiately, I think that it would just give the cherry on top to a legendary career. And hats off to him. I mean, everybody has their time, and it's just sad that this will be it for Coach K. But like I said, I would love to see Coach K go out on top, but I think Duke can at least make a good run. They just got to be able to like really close out games. The last two games they haven't really been able to close out, and I think that they've been able to win these games. They just have issues just in that second half. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's because they haven't solidified who honestly is supposed to take that last shot. But I think that Duke can get it together and make a good run and hopefully a run to a championship.
Crevonte, Mike, quick. I heard a lot of reaching there from Dre. A lot of reaching.
Yes, of course he is. He gonna die in that blue blood. That's what he gonna do.
Go ahead, Crevonte.
So I feel weird about the Zags. I do think they'll make it to the Final Four, but they are okay. So they're obviously the favorite, but it feels like when it gets really tight, they start to unfold a little bit. But as far as Final Four, I believe the Zags are definitely I think that they're the best team in the West. So I do think they'll be in the Final Four. In the South, who's at the top?
We have, hold on, Crevonte, my bad about that.
Crevonte, I had
Arizona, brother.
Yeah.
Actually, I had Gonzaga making it to the Elite Eight and then losing to Duke. So
okay, I can see that because Duke is in the West. So I like Arizona and Illinois to be, what would that be, the Elite Eight?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yeah, or
that
Sweet 16. Or
Sweet 16 matchup, Sweet 16.
I'm looking forward to that matchup. I think whoever wins that game will win the South. I'm gonna lean Wildcats because I do think there will be two Wildcats in the Final Four. And go down.
Yep, I got you.
I like what we got in the Midwest.
Yep.
Go down a little bit.
Kansas as the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I like Auburn, Crevonte. I pick Auburn to make it. I think they have a top 3 pick on their team, and he's going to show out.
Is Auburn 2?
I believe Auburn is the 2 seed. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like Kansas and Auburn in that matchup. Basically, the matchup to win that region. And what region is that? Is that the Midwest?
Yeah, that's the Midwest.
That's the Midwest. Okay, so I'm gonna lean Auburn. I'm gonna lean Auburn, and in the East, I think Tucky's up in there.
Go down with the ship too, Crevonte. Go ahead.
I'm going Tucky. I'm going Tucky. In the to win the East over Baylor.
You sound like somebody who's about to take a drink. Go and get some of this Tucky.
Hey, they used to have a coach named Tucky, okay?
Oh wait, guys, yo, in the round of 32, Baylor and North Carolina potential matchup. That will be interesting.
Hey, I
But
don't
I
know.
do
The
think
Tar Heels
Baylor
can get
is
past Marquette, man. I don't know.
that'll be tough. But I think it'll be Kentucky and Baylor in the I guess that would be the Elite Eight, and I like Kentucky coming out of the East. So I have the Zags, Kentucky, Auburn, and Arizona.
Who wins it all?
Whew.
Hmm.
Man. I want to say Kentucky so bad, but ah, I go down with the ship. I go down with the ship. I'm gonna roll Kentucky.
All right. I mean, when you're doing this, I mean, these are so. Like I said, these brackets are so hard to do because when you
Sure.
have when you break down like the matchups, I mean, it was UMBC who for the first time in 143 games, a 16 had beat a one. It's not.
Raj has Norfolk State beating
Oh yeah,
Baylor.
yeah.
That's his
I
bold
do.
prediction.
Make sure if y'all want to break down of the bracket, make sure y'all check out the video that Uncle Raj, D, and Byron did. Like I said, excellent job. Make sure y'all and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Like that video. They did a good job of the breakdowns with that. I mean, the one matchup that you can guarantee that is kind of like close, is that 9 versus 8 seed because they're 73 and 71, but everything else is so lopsided that when like 15 versus 2 or 14 versus 3, like those type of matchups is like so lopsided. It's so rare to get an upset with that. So
By 12, baby.
these
By
on
12.
these on to a point with Marquette and Carolina, because that's a possibility. When you said Crevonte, you said 5-12. They're 51 and
12
90.
and 13-4.
They're 13-4 is
I think
31,
we're
and
gonna see a couple upsets.
those are
What? I'm
31.
sorry.
The record for that is 13-4s is 31 and 113, with 12 versus 5s is 51 and 93. So I mean, it's possible, but you just don't see those upsets like that as you do with the 9s and the 8s.
Big shout out to my boy Justin Lewis, Poly alumni at Marquette. Looks like he's getting some NBA buzz, so he could be the next big thing out of the city of Baltimore. Looks like he's going to have some good NBA draft prospect. So especially if he comes back next year, like D said, Daryl Morcell. Um, Raj D, you want to hop in here before we get goofy with Crevonte? Any other thoughts on the tournament? I know we talked about it yesterday at length.
No, if you want my thoughts, watch that video from yesterday, baby.
Yeah.
You know, I say this mighty quick. Dre want to go down with Puke. Texas Tech gonna take care of Puke. They're gonna get them out of there, sweep them under the rug where they belong. They
There
need to
you
get up
go.
out of there.
You need to be
Being
swept under the rug.
Oh, I hey
being very
look,
disrespectful.
it ain't my fault. Puke choking the big moments this year. It ain't my fault. I actually want
It's
them to win
Hey,
the
my
ACC
fault.
tournament.
it's Duke. Damn it, Duke.
Oh, you mean Puke and Coach G? I know we got kids, so I'm gonna just say Coach G tonight.
Man, whatever.
Coach G.
Whatever.
Don't worry, D. You can give your eulogy in a couple weeks because it'll soon
Oh, I
be
can't wait.
quick
I can't
and
wait.
painless.
But I will
Hey,
say this mighty quick though. I'm rooting for Illinois. My man Chester Frazier is one of the assistant coaches. He's be a great player at Illinois. I'm rooting for them. Hope they get it done. But something tell me Chattanooga, they got a lot of size. I might give Illinois some problems in the first round.
Okay.
shout out to Colgate.
Oh yes, with a smile.
Give him the smile, Raj. Give him the smile. There you go. There you go. Any other
I'm gonna
thoughts
say this,
before?
guys, and I'm gonna say one more thing
I
and get
think
up off. This Laker team is terrible, man. God,
he's still looking at the game. I don't know why.
You still
All right, so
watching the Lakers?
I think there will be one 5-12, at least one 5-12 upset and one 13-4 upset.
yeah.
Okay, it's possible.
And I like Colgate. I like Colgate. Being the 14.
We all
I
do.
like
We all like Colgate. We do.
Colgate.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
let us know your predictions down below, your final four thoughts. Like this video. Check out our prediction as well. We'll be back this week talking more sports things that we're expecting. Hopefully, some breaking news with Deshaun Watson this week. We will be on it, so make sure you tune in for that because I think that deal will be happening sooner rather than later. Look out by the end of the week. I think something may happen as he's meeting with those teams. We'll be the first to break it here on the Flex Zone. We love doing live videos with you guys. But Crevonte, are you ready to get a little goofy? It's time for Goofies of the Week.
So I kind of alluded to it before, but in 1 second. Welcome. Oh, D's out of here. He left for real?
I
Yeah,
think he left the right way. Good.
yeah, you left the right way.
There, well,
Don't worry,
there
I
you
got
go.
you covered.
Welcome, good people, to the Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell the people what I thought was goofy this week, throughout the entire week, because what I want to talk about happened last week, around this very time. For all of y'all that don't know, that figured out why we left a little earlier, we're gonna dive into it. First things first.
I think I'm gonna like this one. It's maybe my favorite ever.
First, first things first. We have a low-level goofy, Jet Green, that did well. That I like that name. That bodes well in season and out of season. And of course Falcon Red for my high-level goofies. I've been more inclined to do high-level goofy now because it's just it takes prominence now. But goddamn it, last Monday evening, while we were doing the show, guys. For those of y'all that remember, comment with your thumbs up. For those that remember, us being cut off abruptly last Monday. It's time. It's story time. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why we got cut off last week. Okay, because everybody here was here. You understand? Okay. So our good friend, our good brother, fellow panelist, D, the is it the Mars, the Mars D, the guy with the bald head and glasses and seeing now and born a time that none of us were around. He actually was just here, and I'm kind of upset that he left because I wanted him to see this and I wanted him to witness this. D was the reason why we got cut off last week, guys. It was D. It was D's fault. And you want to know why? You want to know how specifically? So, for those of y'all that are not familiar with StreamYard, you have to actually click the end broadcast button, and it then asks you, are you sure you want to end the broadcast? Kind of like a extra verification step. Are you sure type of thing? And you know what D did? D clicked both of them. He said, yeah, I'm sure. I'm going to end the entire broadcast while everybody else is still on. That's what he did, y'all. That's what D did. And I told D, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about you next week. I have to talk about you next week because we have a lot. Our fan base is growing, and I'm sure us leaving made them feel some type of way. Thankfully, we have some loyal people. We got some loyal folks because when we got back running, the same number came back, which was great. Which was great for us, you know, which is great for us. But that's not how we wanted to find out. We cut off. We. You know how you unplug? You can you turn off the game. Everything has an on-off button. D yanked the cord out. That's what D did. He yanked the cord right from the wall socket. There he goes. Yep. Because D yanked the cord from the socket, and he said, and y'all, what he say in the chat? Oh, well, my bad. The button's close. Shut up. Shut up, and shut up. The button's closed. You bastard. Hey,
There you go.
Hey, Raj, that was a
Yeah.
bastard move.
Yes, it was.
I know that you'll
Yes,
get
it
down.
was.
That's being a bastard. He was being a bastard last Monday evening, and I just couldn't let it go because it asked him. It asked him, was he sure? That was
He
the
couldn't
perfect time
see.
to be like,
He couldn't see.
It
He
was
was
like
like
that
this.
was the perfect time to be like, let me go back out of it. He got them thick eyeglasses and still can't see. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So D, I had to talk about you this week. You made Goofies of the Week, god dog it. Cause you being the old person, clicking stuff you're not supposed to click and undid everything. You had your aunt, your uncle, or your grandmother say, baby, something happened. I didn't what you did, I ain't do nothing. Why the computer off the hook? Huh? Why is it all off the hook? What did you do? I tried to turn it on.
Crazy thing is, Crevonte, he's still backstage. I don't even think he left completely. I don't know what he's doing.
Good. He needs to hear this.
No, he's trying. No, he hears you. He's making excuses in the chat. Well, not the chat, but our chat.
Oh, okay.
He don't know how to leave.
He don't know how to leave. So he don't mess it up. So he said, I'll stay the whole time.
He don't want to end it again, Crevonte. He's afraid.
He don't want to end it again because I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it back-to-back weeks now. I'll talk about it. But yeah, D, I guess your eyes need to be adjusted, need to be checked. You have really ventured into another bracket of age because technology is not your friend at this point. Technology has shied you away from what's going on and undoing this greatness that we do on a weekly basis and throughout the week now. D, you undid that. It was you, D. You undid that. And you can't say you didn't see it. You can't say your hand, you hit the wrong button. You hit the wrong button twice. God dog it. You did it. They asked, are you sure? And you did it again. I got dog it. My heart dropped when that screen came up and said, was this a good, like, what's the, it asked, was it good or bad? Like, was your experience, how was your experience with StreamYard? I believe. And it said good or bad. I was like, it was bad. It was bad now because of D. It wasn't even y'all fault. It was D. Did I have a good experience all the way up until y'all let him on. but it's all fun. But goddamn it, D, you really jacked that money off. You really jacked that money off last week. But we was able to bounce back. Shout out to Raj, shout out to Byron, shout out to Dre and myself coming right back on. And Raj working really quickly at that. And then and the rest of us hopping back on and being able to regain the people that we lost, because you know how hard it is to lose. Once you lose folk, it's hard to get them back that same day, pretty much.
Right.
We got them back in the same evening, which is pretty good on our part. That means we're doing something pretty good. So shout out to us for making that work and finishing off. I think we only had one segment left, and that was mine. So we did good. But that's it, guys. That was my long goofy of the week. I wasn't letting that up. I mean, there's a lot of other goofiness that happened, but I just had to talk about that one extensively because it was very, very funny. But it's what I've been saying this whole time. These old guys. D was there when Will Chambers scored 100 points.
I believe it.
He wrote the note. He wrote the note for him.
He wrote 100. It was like, here, Will. And Will was like, what is this? And then he took a picture.
He was at that civil rights meeting too.
Y'all ain't right, man.
With with Ali, Kareem,
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, he was there. He was in the back.
And he wore those goofy hats with a trench coat, looking like a detective at all the games. That was D. D was there.
He had the Riddler
There was
mask on.
somebody. D had a mask on because he was there for the first pandemic. But we're not gonna talk about it. So that's it. My lone goofy of the week. DeMar is D. Diodamas. He ain't see that coming. I tell you, gets on my nerves. Gets on my nerves. Very, very high level goofy, but that's our guide all the same and nonetheless. Y'all know my line. There is a thin line between goofy and great, and D was on the wrong end of it this week. Got to do better.
Thank you, Crevonte, for that wonderful goofies of the week. And one time for D. We gotta flash the goofy cam. I just because it's just appropriate, Just there you go. D, this is for you. This is for you. D. This is for you. Come on, Crevonte, you got it, brother. Come on, we're gonna wait for you. We're gonna wait for you. We're gonna wait for you, brother. We're gonna wait for you.
It's not coming up.
It's not gonna let you see it. It's doing what mine was doing now.
It's gonna let you, brother. It's gonna let you. It's gonna
Hold on,
let you.
let me zoom out. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. As soon as it's moving as slow as D is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's only right, man. It's the goofy of the week, Sammy. You gotta have a goofster himself, make an appearance. He already does a laugh, so it's very apropos. As
Oh
Crevonte
my
gets his
God,
avatar.
it is really not.
Bang,
Why
bang,
is
bang,
it
bang.
so slow?
But Drizzy Dre, another episode in the books. What can they expect as we head towards episode 335 as we continue to celebrate Women's History through the rest of the month and beyond? Who is
Y'all
next in the
still
virtual
flashing
building?
Next week, we got a couple guests. Somebody from the Morgan NewsHour, Kendra, and we also have Eris Thomas, who is the first female sports director over there at Winston-Salem, so making history over there.
Well, it's almost time to put the kids to bed, much like Brittiney was talking about earlier. Episode 334, show is executively produced by Andre Melton, senior producer, Crevonte Hurd, associate producer, yours truly, God's favorite host of The Moist. Rise, let the people know about social media as you are the social media producer and what they can expect. And some watch-along. A watch-along this Wednesday. Big watch-along.
Yes, please check out the Flex on podcast on YouTube. A lot of our flagship stuff is going over there first. So please check out the Flex on podcast. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, do some wonderful things with that giving. And also watch along, like Bob said, AEW Dynamite. It's gonna be a very, very good show, as I always lead to. As a Byron as his first, a great show. Unlike a certain show that's coming. But we're not going to talk about that yet.
And look, still no Cody, by the way.
There's still no Cody, but check it out. Check out the progress. We're on Facebook, on Twitter at the Flex Zone, on Instagram at the Flex Zone.
Yes, we can get out of here.
Definitely come back with us. We've got more content coming. Definitely got to do that draft show. It's going to come very soon. Probably more for me to
Drop those sunglass emojis in the chat. We get ready to put the kids to bed. Get ready to get y'all out of here the only way we know how to. Again, it's the Flex Zone. Please give me a sports. How you want it, fellas?
when you need it.
We'll be back next week for episode 334. Back this week with a watch along. Like I said, I'll be looking out for that Deshaun Watson breaking news. We'll be coming to you live when it happens. If it comes this week, we'll be live, the first place to come to watch it and get our reaction. Where does he go? Is he a Panther? Is he going to be a Saint? Looks like those are the two teams battling it out for the services of Mr. Watson, who has been cleared of all criminal charges. The flexon1@gmail.com. You want to be a guest, ideas, want to be part of this movement. Hey, you want to hop on the watch along with us as well. Get at us as we get ready to get out of here and put the kids to bed, as I said. For Dre, for Raj, for Crevonte Bebe, and for D, who thankfully didn't end the show this week. We getting ready to get out of here, but you can bob your head because we're going to play a little music. Put the kids to bed, tuck you in the right way. And it's okay if you get a little goofy because the Flex Zone is here, baby. And we are still America's Most Wanted, Crevonte. And I'm the host of the God's favorite host. Till next week. Once again, for Brittany, shout out to her for tuning in and joining us. Be gone, y'all.
Hey.